garbage is just very silly. We just produce all this garbage and then just dump it somewhere. And why, when we don't even have to? And the amount of energy it takes to produce all of this packaging and the resources that it takes is not necessary. The Library of Things falls very well into the waste-free lifestyle, and also just community building, and it just makes sense.
We are going to make some applesauce. I'm from Germany, and applesauce is an important ingredient in many of our things. I got a bunch of free apples, and I got this thing from the library.
We use the things in the library, we help the community, we get something back, we reduce waste, we make good food. So, yeah, it's perfect.
Oh yeah, great. Okay.
Library of Things is a free library full of things. It's very self-explanatory. Anything people will donate. So we kind of just put a call out to the community, and we got everything donated to us, which is the reason why we can do it for free. And it's all volunteer run. And so people can just come and borrow stuff like a library and then check it out and check it back in.
When I moved here, of course, I couldn't bring a lot of things. We are not sure exactly how long we are staying in Canada, so it could be great to stay a long time, but it always depends on the job situation. And so I don't know if I want to buy a lot of, equipment or a lot of different things, while if I have the opportunity to borrow them, that's even better.
We kind of have a mixture of things, everything kind of other than books like a regular library. Mostly board games and puzzles here. We've got some water skis over here. Here are a bunch of tools. We've got drills and saws. These are kind of filled with screwdrivers and wrenches and pliers are kind of over here. Most of our tools are in this area. The idea for the library actually wasn't mine. It was the owners of the Better Good, Corey and Laura. They wanted to do it. They supply us with the space to do it. They just didn't really have the time to run it. So they put a call out on social media asking for people to kind of come to a meeting and see. So I went just thinking I was going to help out every now and then. And then I was just like, this needs to happen. I need this to be a thing. And I just kind of slowly did more and more. And now I'm kind of a big part of it.
It goes along with the ethics of the store. So we're about minimizing impact, eliminating the need for so many items, but to have the items that you choose be better. That's the title of the store, is the Better Goods. So the idea of not buying as much, it just fits with providing a space where people can borrow things instead of buy in the first place. So even sometimes someone will come in to purchase something in the shop, and we can refer them to the basement where they can go and borrow the item instead of buying it, which is really cool. In a way, it seems like a self-defeating business model, but in the long run, our goal would be to have people buy less stuff.
Hey guys.
Great. We're just here to return some stuff.
Okay, what did you borrow?
I have borrowed this awesome thing.
What did you use it for?
I used this to make applesauce. First item that I borrowed was a sewing machine. When I was back in Germany, I had started to get a bit more into sewing with a friend of mine. And I had started a project. I was just looking around, and Megan said, look, we have 2 sewing machines. And I said, wow, that's great. So yeah, I asked her if I can borrow it, and it was no problem.
A month or so, she made this incredible blouse, and I was super stoked about it. So I think I posted on social media and was just like, look how cool this blouse is. And then she started volunteering because she's like, this is amazing. And so she volunteered quite a bit, and now she's actually the one that runs our mending meetup. She's incredible, she's adorable. I love her. She just comes and helps out whenever I need it, and she's always willing to go the extra mile. She's one of my really great volunteers.
We heard there's a new item. The one about the pasta.
The pasta maker?
Yes.
Yes! Yes! Yeah, it's right here. There you are.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great.
The Italian collection.
After I started going regularly to the library, and I also started to volunteer there. And yeah, I met a lot of people. They were very welcoming, and it's a great way to be part of the city where you live now.
See you
guys.
Bye. Bye.
It's great if you can just get that from the community and share with others. Especially now that I've become more aware of the waste problem, it's just sometimes a little bit disheartening to see how much waste there really is.
It's important for me to live a waste-free life. What I do to live a waste-free life involves mostly decision-making at stores. So grocery shopping, I just buy all my food bulk. Reducing the food waste is huge. It's most of the packaging in garbage right now. So if you can reduce that, it's kind of like good enough for most people, which is great. So last year, all of my garbage can fit in one grocery bag. When I talk about being waste-free, I want people to be like inspired and like change things themselves. I don't want them to be like, oh, well, now I have all this garbage and I'm a garbage human. Like, that's not what it's about. It's about like making the changes that you want to make.
I think just this whole idea of a sharing economy, of minimizing impact, lowering every individual's footprint by even a little bit is going to have a huge impact overall. I remember one of the first meetings we had with the library, we wanted to bring people together for one thing. Having a community-minded feel was important, and we've seen that. Like, we've had people are exchanging ideas and building friendships and meeting their neighbors and that kind of thing. But then environmentally, just if everybody buys less stuff, we're all better off.
I just think it's a really great initiative. It's a great idea, and I think I would like more people to be able to use it and to know about it, and that's why I decided to volunteer my time and to help out over there.
It just makes sense. It's kind of an easy thing to sell to people because you're not selling them anything. It's free, it saves you money, it builds community, it's kind of everything that just, there's not really anything wrong with it. A lot of times people will be like, oh, how much does it cost? And luckily I get to say it's free.